of Day 9 Daily number 414, the Alphabetical Free For All Return of Uniden theme Funday Monday. Bam! Now, many of you perhaps are asking what is going to be happening for Newbie Tuesday tomorrow, but guess what? Yeah. But guess what, guys? I don't have gills, which means I can't breathe my own saliva. Oh, that is what gills are for. So I ended up coughing and hacking and nearly dying on air, but that's fine because I have an announcement to make. Tomorrow, I and 17 of my friends will be stringing Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning for like a day. I know some of the European streamers are getting started a little bit early at around like maybe 11 or 12 PST. I'm going to be getting started around 2 or 3 PST. I've been excited about this game for a while because it reminds me of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And some other game that I liked. I don't know, I just like action games where I get to blow shit up in real time. Yeah, screw turn-based jank. That's why I play StarCraft. Although I would love to do a Heroes of Might and Magic 2 daily at some point. Not 3-2, which was the best HOMM of the whole franchise. I said it. What are we talking about? That is right, the stream will be going on from 2 to like midnight PST. And if you're curious about more details, just go to my Twitter, Day9TV. Day9TV will have all the other info being tweeted and twatted all about the Twitterverse. Now, what I was talking about before the break was the Alphabetical Free For All. We did an intro game where we saw a little bit of raffle-tastic deliciousness at the outset, where players were all ganging up on Beta Plus, and that's always fun to see. But one thing that's very interesting that happens is when you have some people participating in the Funday Monday rules and some players not. Or shall I say, some players participating in the Funday Monday rules for like some of the time, and then they quit midway through. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we break the rules. We got lol in the left. We got lugrock. We got quantifier. Happy lolmat. Lolmat, you are just so cheerful. And get games. Oh, get games. A G, the earliest letter in the alphabet. Get games. It's time to watch your cam. What day is it today? Monday. Tuesday. What kind of stranger is this? Tuesday? What the fuck is Tuesday? Other than, you know, the day I'm doing the Reckoning stream. I mean, what is that? Who does that anyways? Looks like Lugrock saying, oh, get games in Mar, yes. Oh, sorry, guess I was wrong. A little bit of frowniness, but we are interested to see what's going to happen for Get Games. Indeed. And it looks like, oh, Get Games. Oh! It's not going to be a fun day. Yes, it is, Get Games. I will say you have cojones of brass. Ah, see, look at that. I don't even have to worry about any political incorrectness by saying something like balls of steel. I avoid those kind of phrases because I'm PC. He has absolute marbles of titanium. He has adamantium testicles. That was a Class 5 mutant joke. So it looks like Get Game's going to go ahead and get started by doing a little bit of the macro mode. Look at this sort of boldness, going for the Nexus on 15. Just going to check back here to see if he's dead already. But no, everything's totally fine. Quantifier having a little bit of fun. Quantifier doing a little bit of scouting, scooting. It's what he's a-booting. Get Game's going to go ahead and get started with a little bit of Forge action. And there's always this magical moment when things start feeling a little bit suspicious. Right now, Get Games at the very least feels somewhat self-conscious, not just because there's an overlord in here, but because he's basically trying to wall off the Sahara Desert. It's not a big deal. I mean, what if we're worried about people invading from Canada? Well, we'll just build an actual wall between us. It won't be a big deal, and then we won't have to worry about hockey invading us. Oh, well, looks like we have the double scout going on in there. It looks like Get Games and trying to... Well, it looks like we have a proxy pylon hatch coming up. Lolmat is going to go ahead and begin doing the double pylon defense to make sure that he doesn't get Spine Crawler, Queen, Cannon Push, Get Games, Building Cannons. Oh my god. Whose are whose? These are Lolmat's cannons. These are Get Games cannons. Alright, we're having a Cannon Rush Proxy in-base hatch. Alright, it looks like there's been a cancel. There's been a cancel, and a remake of the hatch in the bay. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like he's going to go ahead and get started. But that's fine. He's early expanding like a man. He's not building any units because all he needs to do is monitor the pylons with gateways. There is somewhat of a concern because... Hey guys, I got a question for you. I just have this really fast question for you. What is one player always doing in a free-for-all? Building Void Rays. He's always going to be building the Void Rays. Why? Because there's that one guy who plays games not for the gameplay experience, but for the lore. He knows all the D&D rules, even by version. He knows, D&D 2.0 rules. Oh god, the horror stories I have. And it's like, oh, do you, 19-year-old guy? Why don't you load up StarCraft 2 and build Void Rays? And he said, already in progress. Have you ever had a DM, whoever does that in Dungeons & Dragons, has one voice? He has his own voice and a terrible, evil voice. You know what I'm talking about? And every time I'm like going into my kitchen to get some sort of food, he's sitting in there going, and then you invade the dungeon. You know, this voice that never actually sounds evil. It just sounds like Yoda was chain smoking for 3 years. I am Lord Graknock. Welcome to my kitchen. I don't know. Anyone else play D&D? Any Dungeons & Dragons players? Anyone do any RP games? Anyone? Anyone do any role-playing? And yeah, this is your time to brag to the 4% female viewership in the chat right now. Let's build some Void Rays, you guys. And when that doesn't work, we'll DT Rush. And when that doesn't work, we'll reinstall Shogun Total War. Because in single-player games, there's only one badass. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking guy. Alright. I wonder how many people actually do play D&D in the chat. There's like a few hundred people being like, that joke nailed it. I hate D&D 2.0 rules. Fuck those rules. God, can't wait to watch more Claymore. Excellent. Looks like Quantifier's basically losing an Overlord, but he can't deal with that right now. It does look like Warp Gate research is done, and Lol Matt is going to be doing some Lol Warp-ins to this base. Looks like Quantifier's trying to deal with multiple threats on multiple fronts. Quantifier didn't land it. It looks like in the production tab, we see that everyone is doing... This is just too much information. I don't open this up in a free-for-all. Looks like Get Game's trying to get some units up, but he forgot to got his Warp Gate. And he's getting Warp Gunned in his main base. Lol Matt lol. Making Get Game's frown... oh so much, and it's time to do micro. Oh, a cannon next to the photon cannon. Will it be enough? The answer is going to be no, but for dramatic tension, we'll watch the cannon cancel regardless. And there, Get Games, basically doing a little bit of paradigm redefining. But I'm going to go ahead and early expand because he was well aware that his main base was only a temporary thing. It's very avant-garde. How's that for politically correct when I mean to say bad? Yeah! Ever done that? Oh, wow. Hey, your fly's down. Yeah, I'm an avant-garde crotch specialist. It's the line that didn't work very well when I was at the cafe in front of 20 people yesterday. But my God, does it make for a good story in the daily. Woo! So Lol Matt Lol going to go ahead and try to press his advantage onward. He's doing somewhat of a French New Wave retreat from your main in advance because you know it's going to be dead soon anyways. And in the meantime, if it isn't one person, man, if it isn't one what has been going on over at Quantifier? Wait a minute, you guys, wait a minute. Lugrock. What have you been doing? It looks like Lugrock Quantifier, while he was up here dealing with the avant-garde playstyle of Get Games. Let me tell you something. There's always some guy. There's that one guy. Oh, just building his Void Rays, watching a stream of D&D, and the audio quality's really bad. What are you looking at anyways? Lugrock, there's always some guy always some guy moving out. Oh, here's Quantifier trying to put on a little bit of pressure, but oh no! Lugrock doing maximum damage. All he has to do is target fire the hatchery. Lugrock. Oh, poor Quantifier. Poor Quantifier. Any fucking guy. Avant-garde. He's playing a very avant-garde style. He is forward-thinking. These are what we call enrichment void rays. Attending the expansion. I really think that these void rays are gifted. They're gifted void rays. Ever been called gifted in school? Not a good term to be called. Molly, who studies hard and gets straight A's. She's very talented. Billy, who climbs on ladders and paints the ceiling in the same spot every day. He's gifted. These gifted void rays are going to go ahead and, I guess, reflect on what just happened. They're going to be pulling back, and Quantifier is going to go ahead and not save up any extra energy. He's going to go ahead and get some more larvae out, I'd imagine. Cool. And in the meantime, we do see some of that very talented extra avant-garde base abandonment going on at the top left. Lugrock. Lugrock the Wicked. Oh, Yoda. You know that's bad for your health. And believe me, it's bad for your throat, too, to talk in that sort of harsh, heavy, raspy yuck. Either way, we see Lol going to do the warp into main, transitioning directly into Void Rays, as he is doing his EG and Control impersonation. Zing! Anyways, it looks like we see Get Games getting good shots on the assimilators. Speaking of see you later, Get Games going to be down. Oh, crap. Okay. All okay. Okay, here it goes. It looks like if he just... There's a hatch right here, and he just needs... If he just turns... Okay, transfused it. This is gonna maybe draw attention to it a little bit. And okay, there we go. He's target... Okay, he's pulling back. He's reflecting. He gets it! Oh! Nailed it! I love Shogun Total War, and Age of Empires 2 was my favorite. That's why I only play it single player. Time to go home and recollect ourselves, because we don't play to win. We play to build Void Rays, baby. Let's go ahead and kill off these rocks so I can take an expansion and build more Void Rays. Either way, Get Games is the hero of the match. Here it goes. He is continuing to build cannons, and if at first you don't succeed, just expand left. It looks like Lol building some Lol Void Rays of his own. Lugrock. And oh no, Quantifier has some serious trouble. He wants to kill off this expansion, but he is disallowed from doing it. Quantifier and Lol both participating in Funday Monday. They cannot engage until Get Games is dead. Get Games, what a shame. And now it looks like Get Games also can't really mine from his expansion, because there's been some stalkers planting themselves up on the high ground, so looks like the threat is gone. Let's just build some more backup emergency cannons, and in the meantime, Lol gonna rack up some more Void Rays, because if at first you don't succeed, just build Void Rays, right? This is a free-for-all, it's not a 1v1, we don't transition, we just go ahead and build Void Rays. And I think you can always tell when someone has that difference in thought. There's a competitor who plays StarCraft 2 to improve, to indulge in the act of difficult but creative problem solving. And then there's some jack-off with a copy of StarCraft 2. And the difference between these two people is that the first category says things like transition into, went from my late-game composition, these beautiful phrases. And then when someone says something like, well, I just decided to go ahead and get some Void Rays. To go ahead? What does go ahead mean? I mean, gonna go ahead and get some Void Rays. Oh, well, it's like, well, we did seem to think the hamburgers were tasty, so we're going to go ahead and put some more hamburgers on the grill. Now we're talking about a subtle, appropriate use of go ahead. But the only reason I think that it's okay is it's free for all. You can always just go ahead and get some void rays. Going to go ahead and get some void rays, I think. Looks like Walmart going to go ahead and get some void rays. Looks like Get Games is trying to build any other unit to counter it, but of course void rays are the counter to everything, especially if you're a DM. Lugrock continuing to add on as many as humanly possible. Oh, looks like Lugrock going for the Fleet Beacon. This will allow him to get the Flux Vein speed upgrade for the Void Ray that was removed about a year ago. Quantifier still slowly trying to add up enough of a force to take down this... Get Games. Is Get Games done? No. He has a force. Hang in there, Get Games. Get Games with the GG button. Alright, it appears there's some cannons. But that's okay, press onward. Looks like Get Games did know that Lolmat Lol was the next in line in that alphabetical list. So he's going to go ahead and pull back. He needs to find somewhere safe. Right now, Lugrock is doing a good job against Quantifier. Lugrock having upwards of no APM. He just uses APM whenever he needs to, very much so, like, I don't know, a thesaurus or something. It's on the shelf, but I don't really necessarily have it on my fireplace nightstand. Get Games still trying to find a home. Not necessarily a lot of home space available, but Get Games is going to go ahead and he can't attack this necessarily. Get Games is just going to go ahead and try to keep himself alive. I'm going to go ahead and just build a Nexus here? Or, no, some pylons. Well, looks like Quantifier. Oh, Quantifier, are you breaking the rules, Quantifier? Get Games has found himself a safe, steady home because it looks like right now Lugrock, with a little bit of his new school gifted Void Ray usage. Oh, yeah, look great. There's the Nexus. Perfect. Quantifier. Quantifier, what are you doing, Quantifier? You're breaking the rules, my friend. Get Games is just establishing himself a comfortable new place to live. And at any point in time, he can throw up Guardian Shield, reduces the damage by 2 for these probes. Always thinking. Excellent. Wonderful. Void is continuing to step in towards the hatches, continue to try to obliterate. And, he is aware, but Get Games is going to build an obvious Nexus here, and he's going to hide another one there. Excellent. Fantastico. This is so good. Lugrock. With the power of... Ooh! Highest APM in the game, currently. Overall, not so much. Oh, looks like Get Games is having a tough time catching a break. He's going to see if he can go ahead and find... gotta eliminate first. Wait, Lolmat. Lolmat, wait, what? Did you just see Lolmat chastise Quantifier for attacking him? And then Lolmat is not killing off Get Games. Some bullshit, Lolmat lol. No one's lolling now, except for like everyone watching, but still, I'm upset. Looks like the ever so Oh, Void Rays versus Void Rays. Oh, this is dumber than Baneling versus Baneling and Zerg versus Zerg. It's like watching it happen in slow motion. I'm safe. I'm safe. As long as I can... Oh, wait a minute. It looks like we have 4 stray probes escaping. He's splitting the probes up. He's going to try to retreat back up to this cannon. Ooh. It looks like, well, Get Games is trying to find a home. Looks like his cannon combo at the top side doing decently, but he is pulling back, building another pylon. Okay, well, it's still not having the best of luck. But you know what the best part about StarCraft 2 is? All you need is a probe and a chair. Hey, hey. You see that? He lost his main at the start of the game as a cunning plan, so that way later he could retake his main. Oh, he Oh. Few things are more awesome than the not subtle wink. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Excellent. Get games. Sneaking it up. The proxy pylon is still there, and it looks like Quantifier again doing a proxy hatch, but not necessarily of his own volition. And right now in the Void Ray proliferation race, it looks like Lugrock. By the way, Teal is massing Void Rays. Hey! Oh no! Oh my god, a traitor! A traitor to the laws of free-for-alls. Oh my god, that dirty backstabber. Oh my god, pulling in North Korea. By the way, China hates you guys, and they want to nuke you, so if you just want to go to them, if you want to just go that way. If Teal's massing Void Rays, if you could just like go for him. What you want to do now is kill him, because I don't have a base or an income or production other than 2 hatches. I know. The only man not participating in Funday Monday this week is already off to a solid start to win in this epic battle. Looks like Get Games is going to rebuild his Nexus up at that top side. Ooh, Lugrock really ripping through this main. I'm really impressed with his use of not Void Rays here. He's also just going to go ahead and tank that damage from those Broodlings, because, I mean, this is basically wasted food. We want to try to let these guys die as quickly as possible so we can, in fact, replace it with more Void Rays. And over here we see the Nexus going up, because if there's one thing that we don't need with Void Rays, it's minerals. It looks like he does have a substantial trust fund in the back, but Get Games, a special kind of man, cannon rushes after he's lost everything. Get Games, you hero, better focus on economy. If I can't cannon rush successfully at 26 minutes, I may as well try to take another base. There's one person permitted to attack Lolmat right now by the Funday Monday rules, and that is Get Games. Lugrock tragically is not partaking in the Funday Monday of rules, now building up some more carriers, and this battle is about to get stupid. That is right. Carrier Void Ray versus Carrier Void Ray. Yo, Get Game has a base on top. Really, Quantifier? Really, one base couple of drones versus one base couple of probes? Hey, there's a guy here and he's free. That's like, seriously, man. That's like being in a dark alley where there's a lot of people who are probably gonna shank you for everything, and being like, there is a third grader who didn't spend all of his lunch money. He has 4 quarters, and he's very not knife proof. Kill him. I mean, you're screwed, man. That is so anti-manner. Yo, Get Game has a base in the top. Teal massing Void Rays. Well, Quantifier, you have a base next to his base. You think that's gonna help? But look at him. He's attacking. Who's the snitch? Who's the snitch? So it looks like Quantifier has to build a hatchet. Oh, while Quantifier was being a jerk, it looks like it was really time for things to get stupid. Yo, Get Game has a base in top, but it looks like, oh my gosh, Lolmat breaking the rules. Breaking the rules, engaging in battle. No, this is actually a defense now. It looks like Void Rays versus Void Rays. Oh, Lugrock has a lot more Void Rays than the opponent, but it looks like with some clever retarget firing, Lugrock is not going to be able to withstand the might of the Air Force of Lolmat, and Lolmat going to break some rules. Matthew. I don't know if you've ever heard the story of when I realized that the human race was awful. I talk about this a little bit in Day 9 Daily number 100, that my very first time ever getting on top of the internet. Yes, that's right, on top of the internet. I had a lot of training with the Jungle Gym. Fucking listen to me, alright? My first time getting onto the internet, onto Battle.net. I didn't think that I wanted to, play necessarily in a 1v1. I wanted to warm up. I mean, I was good. I mean, it wasn't great, but I was pretty good. That's how you can always tell. Again, it's one of those, well, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the blank. If someone says, well, I'm not great, but I'm pretty good. I mean, not amazing, but I mean, I pretty good. Something pretty good. I want like a warm-up game, so there was a 1v1 free-for-all, and I logged in there thinking, let these two kids kill each other, and I'm going to have an army of carriers, and I'll win. And what happened is they allied and six-pooled me and killed me off immediately, and I remember at that point in time seeing the Zergling stream into my base, and I typed, "You attack each other! Attack each other!" And they didn't. In fact, their Zerglings slipped right through one another like beads of water, and there was no attacking done between them. And I realized they were allied. I was in 6th grade at this time, and I was so upset I almost threw up. I remember heaving. I remember going, I didn't even cry. It's just like I felt like someone had died. I was sitting there, I was like, Mom, they didn't cheat, but they broke ethics. My God, the ethics. The ethics. Also, I forgot to pay rent, but that's aside the point. The ethics. That's me breaking the actual rent agreement, but the ethics of LOLmat, violating the Funday Monday rules. Mother ethics, mother! Mother! And of course, my mom didn't really get StarCraft back then, so she said, "Oh, Sean, it's just a game." Big mistake, Mom, of more than a decade ago. It looks like Get Games is continuing to build cannons and try to cannon rush, but LOLmat again, I guess embracement of some semblance of the Funday Monday rules, is continuing to kill off these cannons and this gigantic base down here. It looks like carriers are not so good against Void Rays. Hey, stop attacking me! Can you believe? Can you believe, Quantifier? Can you believe it? Teal massing Void Rays. Get Game has a base on the top. Stop attacking me! Quantifier, your ethics are questionable. I would also say that Get Game's position is somewhat questionable, but that's okay because he's got some probes. He's got probes on the run. He's getting revealed, but all you need is a probe and a chair. That's all you need. And there it looks like another expansion going down. It is going to come down to Lugrock versus... Ooh, 7 carriers right now? Ugh. So red or teal? Red, lol, carriers. Lugrock, the inadvertent participant in this catastrophe, has managed to successfully outlive nearly everyone. The Quantifier has a plan in store after his immoral, disethical behavior. Well, at least he has a watchtower. He's doing what he can. Oh, now LOLmat coming back in, breaking a little bit of ethics. Oh, Get Games gets on out of the game. Lugrock, it's your turn to go. Wait, so I can attack you, but you can't attack me? Yeah. You jerk. Nice work, Quantifier. Nice work. Hey, gotta be careful. Maybe once you bring your spine crawlers in there, you disethical fool. In the meantime, Lugrock, he tried to build not Void Rays and realized that wasn't working out so well, so, he went back to building Void Rays. I think that's a reasonable plan. He's going to go ahead and expand and put guys in gas, because gas is what you need to, build Void Rays. Adding on more pylon, adding on Fleet Beacon to help get a mothership. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, looks like Lugrock doing his impersonation of the New England Patriots in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl yesterday. Ouch! I did go there! Oh my God, that was brutal! Oh my gosh, forgive me. Forgive me, I don't know what just came out of my mouth, but it felt right. And it may have been the wrong thing to say, I'll be the first one to admit it. Perhaps I'm the one being somewhat anti-ethical in today's cast, but you know what? Forgive me. Forgive me, I had to. I'm not actually the biggest fan of sports ball, to be honest. I just like swing around comebacks and stuff. Glad the rest of the guys in this game are worthless. Don't worry, just install Shogun Total War, because that's a game designed to let you win always. GG Red. Oh, that's so great. GG Red only says GG to one person. That's like going to a birthday party with Matt and his friend Millie and Billy and Johnny, and going out and being like, "Hey, happy birthday, Matt. It was nice seeing you, Millie." and walking out. Yeah, that's right, Billy and Johnny. I hope your evenings were not so good. This joke becomes less funny because I hit a wall here. There's actually a wall that I can't go past. But you know what? You know what? The point still stands. That's a very kind of odd thing to do. Some tempers are flaring up in this unranked, completely ladder-free, just-for-fun Funday Monday free-for-all, where rules are being broken, non-players are starting to get a little bit heated. Quantifier, just gotta finish him up! But Quantifier has a plan. He has some offensive spine crawling going on just right here. Oh yes, also I have to do the laundry. I have to do the laundry and pay my rent. Oh, Quantifier advancing farther and farther forward, taking it out. Taking out the photon cannons. And let's see how the Queens do against the Carriers. I don't know if you guys saw the fourth quarter last night. I don't know if you guys were there, but I missed it. I was delighted to hear that the Patriots won the Super Bowl last night, despite the Giants' best efforts. Submit all your games. Attaboy, Matt. You sure are cheerful for someone who broke the rules. Hey, that's why I heart you too. And it looks like a Hydra. All right, let's see the Hydra Queen army. Didn't work out. For Uniden and the power of macro and micro. You know what I'm in the mood for, guys? And Gold League players. By the way, for any of you beautiful Gold Leaguers out there, never give up, never surrender. I believe in you. You are going to get into Platinum League this week. All you have to do is play 50 games. This week, you can get in. 10 games a day, starting after the daily. Watch the daily every day this week. Play 10 games after the daily. Platinum League, 100%. 100%. And you know what I'm in the mood for? A third game. So we're going to go ahead and... Whoops. Your money. Macro. So we're going to go ahead and go into part number 3. And when we come back, we're going to do a third game. See you later. And yes, I know the leagues are locked this week. I'm glad some people found that funny. Oh, I couldn't keep it in. That's like too funny. Oh god, I'm so terrible. I'm a terrible person, man. There's all those Gold Leaguers in there who are like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get the platinum. Day 9 made me do it. Ladders have been locked starting on February 7th and will unlock on February 14th. I have a week. I'm installing Shogun Total War. I'm so sorry. Oh, God, forgive me.